Imagine this. After years of hard work and training, you've finally set up your private practice, all set to make a real difference. That's the dream, right? To truly be able to help people. But here's something you might be wondering. Why isn't your practice buzzing with your ideal clients? And why aren't your slots filling up faster? Well, you're not the only one feeling this way. Many health professionals in private practice have the same questions, trying to figure out what is missing. Here's the good news. Today, I'm going to be sharing the 5 key mistakes that might be holding you back. And the best part, with the right steps, you can turn things around in as little as 48 hours. So, if you are ready to boost your private practice and connect with more clients, I encourage you to keep watching. If you've ever felt like, gosh, there must be a secret formula to a thriving private practice that you're not privy to, I want you to know you're not alone. So today we're going to demystify the top 5 mistakes that could be standing in your way. So let's go ahead and jump in. All right, before we dive into the specifics, let's be sure to set the stage. As health professionals, of course, our primary goal is to provide care and make a huge difference in people's lives. But to do that effectively, especially in private practice, a robust sales system is critical. It's the backbone that ensures that we reach those who truly need our expertise. Now, it's easy to think that if we're really good at what we do, clients are just going to naturally come and find us. But the reality is, even small missteps in our sales approach can lead to significant gaps in our private practice's growth. So today's insight, they're not just based on theory, they're inspired by my proven system, that Supercharge Your Sales course. Now, this is a system that has been a game changer for many businesses, including my own. And by the way, if you are faced with any specific challenges when it comes to sales or even growing your practice, I want to encourage you to please share them in the comments below. I really would honestly love to hear from you and be able to offer a little guidance. So let's go ahead and work through this together, shall we? Now, let's dive into the heart of today's topic. If you've ever felt like you're doing everything right, but still not seeing the results you desire, these mistakes might be to blame. And again, the best part, once you're aware of them, they're entirely fixable. So let's jump in. Mistake number 1, not understanding your clients' or customers' needs. So picture this. You're at a networking event and someone starts talking to you about their product or service without even asking you what you do or the challenges you face. It feels wrong or off, right? But this is a common mistake that many people make, especially in sales. They actually dive right into their pitch without gaining an understanding of the needs of the person in front of them. So when it comes to your private practice, this translates to not fully grasping what your clients are looking for. It's not just about offering a service or a product. It is truly about providing a solution to their specific concern. And by taking the time to listen and understand, you will effectively position yourself not just as a service provider, but as a trusted advisor. Mistake number 2, and it's one that might surprise you. Have you ever had a great conversation with a potential client, really felt like things went well, and then crickets? You wait for them to reach out, and days turn into weeks with no word. This brings us to the crucial point, and that is the power of follow-up. So believe it or not, a significant number of potential sales or bookings are lost simply because we don't take that extra step to check in after our initial conversation. And in the world of private practice, this could mean a client who was kind of on the fence about booking an appointment, or perhaps someone who maybe needs a little bit more information before they make a commitment. So by neglecting to follow up or having a plan to follow up, we might be leaving those opportunities on the table. So I want you to think of follow-ups as a way to show you care, to reinforce that you're there and able to provide support. It's a simple gesture, but it can really make a world of difference in building that sense of trust and turning potential clients into loyal ones. Now, you might be thinking, all right, Leslie, I get it. Follow-ups are essential, but how do I ensure I don't forget or miss out on any? Well, great question. The solution is simpler than you might think. Implement a system or a tool that keeps track of your conversations and reminds you it's time to follow up. This could be as straightforward as setting reminders on your calendar or using a dedicated CRM tool tailored for health professionals. And here's an extra pro tip. It doesn't have to be elaborate, right? Even simple email checking in or a brief call just to see if they have questions can really make a huge difference. And remember, it's all about showing you care and that you're genuinely interested in their well-being. And by having the system in place, you not only ensure that you're staying on top of potential leads, but also building lasting relationships with your clients. Let's go to mistake number 3, overusing digital channels. In today's day and age, it's really easy to get caught up in the convenience of emails, texts, and messaging apps. And while they're fantastic tools for quick communication, honestly, sometimes they miss the mark when it comes to building genuine connections. So let's think about it. How many times have you misinterpreted an email or maybe felt that a message just lacked that sense of warmth? That's because digital communication, as efficient as it is, often lacks that personal touch that comes with a phone call or a face-to-face chat, whether in person or virtually over a Zoom call. In your private practice, this personal connection is critical. Your clients are looking for someone they can trust, someone who truly understands their concerns. And while emails are great for sending information, they might not always convey that sense of empathy or understanding. So what's the solution? It's simple. Balance your digital communication with regular calls or face-to-face meetings. And by doing this, you will add a personal touch to your interaction, showing your clients that you are genuinely invested in their well-being. And consider scheduling periodic check-ins and consultations over the phone or maybe even in person. This approach not only helps in building trust, but also allows you to understand your clients' needs better, leading to more effective and tailored care. And remember, in the world of health and wellness, genuine connections can make all the difference. So while digital tools are, they're essential, let's not forget the power of simple conversation. That brings us to mistake number 4, not handling objections effectively. So moving on to our 4th mistake, and believe me, this one hits close to home for many of us. So picture this, you're having a great conversation with a potential client, and out of the blue, they raise a concern or an objection, and suddenly you just feel like you're at a loss for words, trying to find the right response on the spot. Does that sound familiar? Oh yeah. If you've ever been caught off guard like this in your practice, drop me a line. Say, been there, done that in the comments, and let's see how many of us have shared this experience. So handling objections really is an integral part of the sales process, especially in private practice, whether it's concerns around the cost, the duration of treatment, or even doubts about the effectiveness of a particular approach. Objections are bound to come up. And the key here is not to avoid them, seriously, but handle them effectively. When addressed correctly, objections can be an opportunity to provide clarity, build trust, and even strengthen the client-practitioner relationship. So how can you become a pro at handling objections? Well, here's the deceptively simple strategy that works, and that is prepare in advance. So you want to start by listing common objections that you've encountered or anticipate facing. Next, craft a thoughtful, empathic response for each. And this isn't about having a rehearsed script necessarily, but about preparing to address genuine concerns in advance. So once you have your list, good idea to practice. Role play with a colleague or a mentor, or even in front of a mirror. The more you practice, the more confident you'll become in navigating these important conversations. And remember, every objection is a chance to understand your client better and tailor your approach to their unique needs. So embrace them. And it can even help strengthen the client practitioner relationship. So they're really important. And by the way, to help you with this, I've even got a free PDF guide on overcoming objections, and it's jam-packed with actionable tips and strategies that you can actually start doing right away. And you can download that at lesliebitel.com/objections. Now, without a doubt, this is a game changer and will be a valuable tool in your arsenal. That brings us to mistake number 5, and that is focusing on your product versus the value. All right, so this one is kind of subtle but super important. Have you ever been so passionate about what you offer that you get kind of lost in the details, detailing every feature, every aspect of your service? And while that's great, sometimes it causes us to miss the bigger picture. So in the world of private practice, it's not just about the services or the products we offer. It's about the value and especially the transformation our services bring to our clients. They're less concerned about the nitty-gritty details about your process, like how many sessions or the different kind of labs they're going to get. Really what they care about is how the program or service will make a difference in their lives. So how do we shift our approach? It's pretty simple. Instead of focus solely on the features, you want to emphasize the benefits to your potential clients. So ask yourself, how will my product or service positively impact my client's life or well-being? You want to highlight those benefits very prominently in your conversations. For example, instead of saying, well, I offered a 10-session nutrition program, you could instead say, my nutrition program is designed to boost your energy, improve digestion, and help you feel your best in just 90 days. See the difference? So by focusing on the value, you resonate more with your clients' needs and desires, making your offerings more appealing and frankly more relatable. I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever found yourself getting just kind of too wrapped up in the specifics of your services, forgetting to highlight its true value? Or maybe you've been on the other side, kind of, listening to a pitch that felt more like a laundry list of features rather than a solution tailored to your needs. Drop me a line below and let me know. Your stories and your challenges, as well as insights, can really be a valuable lesson for all of us in this community. All right, so as we wrap up, let's circle back to the key takeaways from today's really critical discussion. So today I have shared the 5 pivotal mistakes that could be holding you back in your private practice. But remember, recognizing these mistakes is really just the first step, because the magic lies in the solutions, and that's the beauty of it. With the right strategies, you will see a transformation in as little as 48 hours. And remember, sales isn't just about presenting what you offer. It's a dance of understanding, connecting, and consistently delivering unparalleled value. It's about ensuring that every potential new client feels seen, heard, and understood. If today's insights resonated with you and you are ready to master my proven step-by-step system to easily book ideal clients who are actually eager to pay your fees, I have something really special for you. The Supercharge Your Sales System course is designed to be your roadmap, guiding you through the intricacies of sales, specifically in the health profession. And remember, the key to success in sales and in private practice as a whole is continuous learning and adapting. And the landscape is always changing. And so we do need to adapt our approach accordingly by staying curious, open, and always striving to really offer the best to our client. So I hope you'll join me in Supercharge Your Sales System course, and let's transform those potential leads into loyal clients. So are you ready to elevate your practice? The link is right in the description below. Thank you so very much for joining me today. And if you found this video helpful, I'd greatly appreciate a thumbs up, share it with your colleagues, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights and strategies. And before we wrap up, I have one last thing to ask. What is one key takeaway that you are going to implement from today's video? Let me know in the comments below. Your insights and comments inspire not just me, but our entire community. And remember, in the world of private practice, it's not just about selling. It is truly about serving. Until next time, keep making a difference.